Hey everybody, Ira Miller here, Monday Night Live, February 17th, 2025. February 17th, already. That's pretty incredible. All right, we're just moving on. Hey Kevin, numero uno, you're all alone here in the chat room, Kevin. You're all by yourself, it looks like. So nobody wants to talk to us. Anyways, oh, there we go. Got a few friends that popped up. Gary, Jace, Missy Mo. Well, there you go. That's not bad. What do we have there? Nothing?
5 at the moment. 13.
What's that 0?
So it takes a bit to update this. But the concurrent viewers right now is 13. Jumped to 7 likes.
Welcome all. It's been a couple weeks. Last week was number 29 years. Boy, I think this year's going by. 29 years went by pretty quick there for my anniversary.
And then Valentine's Day right after for you.
Yeah, I planned it that way. I buy flowers one time. That's it. They last all the way through.
Oh, and ask the audience about your mic.
Okay, oh yeah. All right, so let's get the party started. I feel like I'm a little bit off tonight. I don't know why. I guess it's because we just haven't been very consistent at all this year. However, I am going to start off where I left off 2 weeks ago. And that was Kevin and I and Skip Smith and our gang were all at World of Beer. Or I should go. You know, I think I'm a left-handed player, Jace. Because my whole life, I've always done this. When I was air guitaring. And then I pick up the guitar and it's strung right-handed, and so I've been playing right-handed. I think that's probably my problem, is I'm supposed to be playing left-handed when I'm playing right-handed. Anyways, just a little food for thought. When are you coming, man? Plastic flowers. Yeah, okay. I'll have to talk to your significant other about that one.
They make Lego ones too.
Flowers?
Lego bouquets, so you can get like a bouquet that lasts forever.
I don't think flowers are made to last forever. Except when they're on your gravestone. Then you get them plastic flowers. Because people don't, hey Tom, Mr. George, thank you for popping in. Check out my, my text message to you, Tom.
I like that name, the Ira Army.
Yeah, the Ira Army. So I have George wanting to come over tomorrow, Tom. So I've got to go out and I've got to grab a door. Anyways, we digress a little bit, but I wanted to touch base with Tom George here real quick. Okay, so like I was saying, we were all at World of Beer talking, and Kevin thinks that I should go to every other week instead of every week, because I guess our topics from one week to the next just don't really keep us all engaged. I don't know that, but I'm with you. So that's where we left off. I think a lot of people had already signed off 2 weeks ago, but I said at the very end, so now I'm going to say it at the very beginning. Should we go to 2 weeks? here's the problem. I'm probably not going to know. I'm probably not going to remember from one week to the next if I had a live stream last week or if I need to have it this week. And I'm afraid y'all might be the same way. So, let me know. Let me know what y'all think about every other week. Would that keep things more fresh or refreshing or refreshed or whatever? Maybe. However, just to add a little bit to that, I've got a surprise for you. If none of you have really checked out my YouTube channel lately, we're gonna dive into that in just a second. Before we get too far ahead, all right, cool, Tom, because George will be there at 8 o'clock. All right, so we can get him working on that other door, but I'm gonna go by your door and drop it off tonight, just so you know. All right, anyways, let me go back. So Jason, I'm glad you're on early, man. When you coming? I mean, I love it when you get here. So get out of that weather. It's coming again, right? So surprised you're not already here. Got a home in Florida? Well, I do. But if I lived in Rhode Island or Maryland, and I had to deal with that weather, and I had a home in Florida, and I could work from home, As soon as I saw that weather report, I'd be booking it out of there. Anyways, so Missy Mo, thank you, Racer Girl. Renee, thanks for joining. Pat and Jane are in the house. Uh-oh, Jane isn't feeling well. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Jane. Get you one of these. Might make you feel better. But, Pat, please. Huh?
At least get you out of bed.
It'll get you going. I mean, when I drink one of these, then it's hard for me to go to bed. But, Pat, please give Jane our sympathies of sickness, and I hope she feels better very soon, okay? Thanks, Jason. Happy anniversary, 29 years. I think you've got me beat, though. So we're going to have a talk with Karen and these plastic. Hey, how's the audio tonight? I know for weeks and weeks we've been having issues with the audio. A lot of people saying, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. But give me that thing. Yeah. We retired this tonight because we're doing this. We're wireless. We are pretty cool. We're high tech. We're high tech in it tonight. This is what I wear on my videos. So thought I'd wear it tonight. See how it works out. So let me know how the audio is here. Okay, guys? Alrighty, so I was on the news, it was on the news, DeSantis is in favor of lowering or removing property tax in Florida. Well, Peter, that cannot be. And the reason I say it cannot be is because we don't have a state income tax. So if we don't have a state income tax or a property tax, property taxes are where we get,
They They fund the education, right, like the public schools?
Actually, I'm thinking about the doc stamps. The documentary stamps is what I'm thinking. So, yeah, I don't even see how you can say that, because real estate sales are in the tank. And so, right here, let me just go over here. 635 matches. So, the problem with that is inventory keeps going up. And as inventory goes up, that means sales have slowed down. And if sales have slowed down, the state of Florida can't charge their documentary stamps of $7 per thousand for every sale. So property taxes, that pays local government, so I don't even know how that could work. Because that's what property taxes are for, to support the local government in schools and stuff like that. So I don't know how DeSantis can do. I mean, I think we're fine as it is. Look, property taxes, like I said, property taxes are a local tax, because, the Villages is in 3 counties, and each county has a different tax structure. So I'm just kind of sitting here scratching my head thinking, how can DeSantis lower property taxes when it's a local tax? Doesn't make sense, but haven't heard anything about that. Oh, so Renee, silk flowers. Oh, is that a pro tip? I think Jason said that was his pro tip. Yeah, he did, just a pro tip. So plastic flowers, silk flowers. They got flowers now. They look exactly like a rose. Well, so I've seen these roses. My father-in-law gave my wife a yellow rose. He goes, here, it's a real rose. And man, this was like 2 years ago, and that thing looks exactly like it did the day he gave it to her. So I don't know what they did there, but maybe one of them. That's what I should do. So Rich A, hi, we had snow, heavy rain, and wind gusts at 63 miles an hour for 2 days. Whew. Lucky for us, when those cold fronts come through, it's in a matter of hours for us when it comes through Florida. So maybe you can answer that for me. But that's crazy. That is crazy. So Bill Rizzo is in the house. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, Bill. Hopping on. We've been chatting, but let's see what.
She didn't say anything. There was a TV in the background, and then she hung up.
Butt dial. Okay. So let's go back. Oh man, holy cow. Oof. I guess I'm way behind. So yeah, no, haven't heard about that. Rich, man, snow, heavy rain for 2 days, 63 mile an hour winds. We had 45 here yesterday. Rain for about 6 hours, and then it was done. We just got back from the line dancing at the American Legion. Oh, hey, they have line dancing here? Who knew? The American Legion post, I could just about throw a rock from where my office is to the American Legion post. Okay, Jace likes every week. He likes me just to ramble for about an hour and a half every week.
So does Racer Girl.
And so does Renee. All right, well, there's my answer. Okay, Kevin. I found out that when I sell my keys home, I could port the 31-year exactly. And I was with a couple the other day about porting your taxes. So as long as that was your primary home and you had homestead exemption. And it's not the homestead exemption bill, it's your whole tax bill. Your whole tax bill you can take from there to here, as long as your home is in Florida, as long as you had homestead exemption on your home. That declares permanent residency, primary resident, whatever you want to call it. But that also means your car was titled to that address, your voter's registration was to that address, driver's license, vehicle registration, voter registration to that address declares permanent, primary, whatever you want to call it, residency. So yes, you can port, if your taxes were, he said 31 years, and see the thing about it here in Florida, your taxes cannot go up any more than 3% a year. Okay, so that's the beauty of porting your taxes over, because you'll port these taxes from here over to here. But, you know, that's only in the case where you're kind of upgrading too. Because if you're downgrading, does you no good. So if you're going from a $800,000 home to a $400,000 home, your tax, that portability doesn't really work. It's only when you go from a smaller, less expensive home and your taxes were lower up to a bigger home. So keep that in mind. All right. WrestleMania, thanks for asking what we think. Unfortunately, I found it better. I don't think. Makes married life a lot easier. Yeah, you can fake your brain dead status, right? Whoa.
33 people currently, 55 in total.
Cool. I grew up in beautiful Baltimore County, Maryland. Do you know where that is, Jace? I'm coming next week. I'm at Jace Rizzo WrestleMania. You're at where?
He hasn't.
He doesn't know. A random user from Peter. Peter felt it was on the news. DeSantis is in favor of lowering or removing property tax in Florida. Peter, oh, this random user is saying, Peter, it was on the news, DeSantis is in favor. I don't know. Wrestler says audio is so much better. So throw that piece of junk in the garbage can over there. All right, so what's 5 by 5? Kevin, finally, man, you're the first guy in the room, Kevin, and then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, here you come. Audio is good, thank you very much. Sound is great, it isn't echoing anymore. See, you know, and the whole thing too is, I was making a video in my office. Here, we're in the back room, right? where what's your name? Where Christian sits. Anyways, I'm like, man, this is terrible. So, yeah, so that's why we thought we'd try it on the live stream tonight. All right, let's see. All right, Jeff, thanks. Great, sounds great. Ira, we're looking forward to coming down, snowing with 0 wind chill. Ooh, wow.
I have some news on the property taxes. So to do that, you're right that it would, he can't do it currently. He would say he would support a constitutional amendment for Florida to be able to do that, since they're currently done locally.
To do what?
To eliminate them.
Property taxes?
Mm-hmm.
They're local.
That's why they would need a Florida amendment, because currently they're done locally. But if we got a constitutional amendment passed, then it would change.
I think the operative word there is change from local government to state government. Mm-hmm. It would be controlled by the state of Florida. That'd be a freaking nightmare, right? So how does local government get funding to fund the government? They would have to get it from the state. Whew, that would be a nightmare. I can only imagine. All right, man, Jeff, yeah, you guys need to get on down here. Did see guys building a house today in 0 degrees. I don't know how you can build a house in that kind of weather, because the concrete, you got to put this lime additive in concrete to get it to cure, and I don't think I'd want to do that. I would never build a house in the wintertime, because I wouldn't want my concrete slab to be messed up. So Americanos on 225, that's 225, that's 8 days from now. So that'd be a Tuesday?
Yeah.
Man, you love Americanos, don't you? He played there twice last time he was here. Prima Wednesday and Thursday, Booster, Friday, World of Beer, of course, Friday, World of Beer. Hey, so Tammy, thanks for joining us tonight. I need a flat rate property tax. So, I mean, I guess that would be cool. If everybody had, they can't even get the income tax thing straightened out. I don't know how they're going to get property taxes. Anyways, let's see. Hello, can you talk about amenity fees at O2? $453 to me is high. Wayborn Landing is around $200. Have to pay another $100 to get access to main amenities. How does it compare to other 55 plus? So Bruce, that 453, that seems kind of high to me. All right, let's see. On Top of the World in Ocala. Let me go ahead and bring myself into view here, I guess, so you guys can. All right. On Top of the World communities, about us. Let's see, is this what we want? Let's see, unmatched amenity fees. I thought it would be right on here. Let's see, who we are, amenities, I guess. At a glance, whoa. Okay, well, they got that all written up at the bottom. Here we go, let's see. Unmatched amenity fees on Top of the World. Lifestyle, Homeowners, amenities, pickleball. What the heck? I thought you're supposed to be able to click on these. Well, all right, we're gonna find this now. Now, let's see, homeowners, featured club, amenities. Does this tell us how much? $175 clubs. The authority on amenities. So, the ranch, that's totally separate. You have to pay extra for that. The pub, that's pretty cool. Well, maybe they're not putting it on the website anymore. Let's see here. Floor plans, who we are, amenities, frequently asked questions, visit us, contact us. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, what else we got? We got anything else about sustainable practices? Meet your neighbor. I doubt it's in the FAQs. You never know. What are my options on a limited budget? What kind of amenities can I take the tour? Well, maybe here, let's see. Is there a community service fee, AKA a homeowner's fee? Let's see what this says. Wealth of amenities, to which please contact more information on the well.
I found a page. So it has PDFs on each of the communities, and that has the fee on it.
Well, where is it? Community service? Where's that?
I just
page?
Googled on top of the world amenity fees, and it was the first link.
Well, it's telling us about amenity fees here. Right here, amenities. Well, amenities. And then this says unmatched amenities. 175 resident clubs. Probably you're right. You know what, Christian? I think maybe it is in a separate website, now that I think about it. On top of the world. Oh, here we are. Let's see. Well, on top of the world.
The page is community service fees, is what it's titled.
Huh?
Community service fees.
Ocala. Community service fees?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see what it says. 55 place community fees on top of the world community. Yeah, I think you're right. It's in a separate. Here we go.
Yeah, and then if you click on those, it should be each a PDF, and then there's a section that has the community amenity fee.
All right, so let's talk about that a little bit, because Longleaf Ridge versus Wayborn Landing, Indigo East, Candler Hills. Longleaf Ridge, they do your lawn for you, okay? So they treat it like a condo, like if you owned a condominium. So if you live in a condominium, you live in that condo, apartment, the inside of that unit is what you own, The outside is run by a condo association, and they take care of the grounds and they paint the high rise. If you're in a high rise, I'm thinking about one on the ocean or whatever. So yeah, that's going to be, let's see, updated. That was a year ago. Oh, so a monthly fee of $465.65. Okay, additional fees to play golf. So that's what it is. They call it a leasehold. You don't technically own the property. Now, if you were to go over here to, let's say, Candler Hills. Candler Hills, you own your own property, okay? And it's $336. So they don't do the $336. All that is for, it's to take care of the common areas. It's for the guards at the guard shacks. Actually, they've done away with the guards. Now that I think about it, it's all automated. So yeah, you'll want to go to ontopoftheworldcommunities.com, where we started here. And that's OTO-resources community service fees. So you guys can go all the way over there. Yeah. So here's the deal. All right. And so I've done this once before. I did a little comparison. So the villages went up to $203, I believe it is now, for their amenities. Then you have a bond that you have to pay for, and you have a maintenance fee that you pay for, and it's $45 a person per month if you want to use the fitness centers. So that's an extra $90. So when I took the bond, took the maintenance fee, divided it by 12, added the gym membership, the fitness center membership, the $203 for the amenity fee in the villages, you're actually higher than that. I guess I need to do an updated one, but that's kind of where we're at with that. So that's what we're talking about as far as Wayborn Landing, and $100, yes, to get access. The same with Indigo East. Indigo East is the same way. It's a suburb of On Top of the World. On Top of the World developed Indigo East, really nice homes, great deals, by the way, lower HOA fees. And then I thought it was $75 for somebody in Wayborn Landing and Indigo East to use the amenities at On Top of the World. They might have gone up. Everything goes up, I guess. So anyways, if he removed the property taxes in Florida, he would get run over here in the villages, man. The entire country would move to my street. I actually hope it does not happen. Like I said, that's a logistical nightmare. Because if he made everything, all property taxes equal, statewide, I mean, if you think about it, people out in the rural country, are they going to pay the same as somebody living on the beach? I don't think so. So, yeah, I'm with you, Jace. He just needs to leave that stuff alone. Tammy's going to be in Vegas next week. Sorry about that. You're going to miss the party. Flat rate property taxes seem only to hurt the poor demographic. There you go. Low taxes go way up while high taxes go down. Ira, you have to do what's best for you. Oh, okay, Kevin. Thank you, buddy. Let's see. A cap. Well, there is a cap, Gary, 3%. taxes can't go up any higher than 3% a year here in Florida for your homestead, your primary residence. I think you said to make up the difference with a high sales tax. Nobody wants the sales tax to go up.
It's already like 6%.
Well, yeah, but then the local government adds a penny here and a penny there. Then you get them plastic flowers. The builders were putting a wood floor over the basement today. Oh, gotcha. So you have a subfloor. But I think for the basements, they still pour footers and stem walls, we call them down here. Yes, sales tax in Florida is already very high. I can't imagine how high it would go. Good thought, though. Yes, give me the thumbs up if you don't mind. Karen wants to know if you're going to do an update on that, on the hole that you... Okay, Karen wants to know if you are going to do an update on the hole that you removed, the angle cabinet, and created an independent island. Oh, yeah. Actually, so I already talked to the people on Hazelwood. That was the first one that I did. And then I'm almost, that's Tom George's house, who I was talking to through the chats here. He's the other guy who we did that. Removed the whole wall, we removed the island, we removed everything. Hey, that'd be pretty cool in your guys' home. Just remove all that, remove the wall, put an island in that thing. Man, that'd be pretty cool. Now that I think about it, I've never seen anybody do a gardenia that way. Because most people do the lantanas, but that would be pretty cool to do your gardenia. Boy, you'd really have something unique there. Oh, HOA in Candler Hills is $334 per month. Yep, Glenn, we just, thank you. Hey, we just went ahead and showed you all that. So, but I'm gonna get a finished product. Actually, remind me to call Hazelwood tomorrow so I can get that video. So thanks, Karen. Thank you for reminding me, because she said towards the end of February. Well, here we are. We're second to the last week. So I think that's the one you're talking about. Came out beautiful. Looks like I got in at the right time. Hey, Leon. Yes, you did. I hear interest rates are going to go up too. Well, it leaves me speechless. And that's why I started my renovation company. Because if interest rates go up any higher, I don't see that being a good thing for real estate anywhere. So I hope not. I hope not. Did I miss anybody before we go on? All right, y'all, check this out. So let me go back to where I have my mini-me in the bottom here. All right, we've been working really hard on our real estate stuff, and wanted y'all to kind of check out, if you haven't been to my website lately, this is what my website looks like now. So, what the heck is that? I don't know where that came up from.
Oh, that is You might have hovered over there. It's like a Windows thing.
All right, so we've been doing a little revamping of my website. So your social media experts, as you all know, IM Realty, and then I don't know if you all know, but we created these are the top communities in the area. So if anybody's looking to search for homes in one area or the next, all you have to do is just hover over it and click, okay? And then boom. 635 properties available in the villages. Didn't I show that to you a little bit earlier? So there's a map of the villages, and then if you are interested in just a particular area, hit control. Whoops. Wow. What the heck happened? It just zoomed right in on me. All right, here we go. Okay, you can drag it around. Where's all the, supposed to have listings on this map. Let's try it. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a little slow. Oh, this place. All right. Let's do this. Zoom in. So I don't know. This is my listing on Greenville Way, by the way. How come I'm not getting, we got to get where it's showing all the listings on the map.
It's not doing this, like the numbers with the circle around it.
Wait a minute, let me go over here. What's that? See, this is why I like to kind of go through all this stuff. Oh, there we go. All right, so there's your listings. 287, 234, and 85. I guess that equals 635. 4, 5. I don't think so. What's that? 8, 9, 10, 11. 5, 11. We're still missing a few.
On mine, I see 34 down here. So I have 287, 234, 77, and...
Oh, yeah, so what, you're seeing 34 over here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mine's slacking. Anyways, if you're interested, that's how you can search for homes. If you want to search by community, if you have a area, you can search by area up here. You can search by Greenville Way, right here. So you can search individually. So there you go. We have tried to make this website as user-friendly as possible. I'm having some website. What's going on here? I think we're having some technical difficulties with my website. Or with the Wi-Fi. I think the Wi-Fi is screwing up. Okay, we're back. Anyways, my YouTube channel is up here. If you want to sell your home, buy a home, my home page is right here. Easy search, on top of the world, Stonecrest. On top of the world, by the way, will include Candler Hills, will include Wayborn Landing, Indigo East. All those are separate searches when we search either on Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com. So don't just search for on top of the world. Search for Candler Hills, Wayborn Landing, Indigo East. I think that'll cover it, but yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. I don't know why you just can't go to on top of the world and get them all. Just doesn't work that way. All right. Real estate broker, contractor, former home inspector. I put former home inspector in there because I let my license go inactive. Contractor's license is still active as I'm running my IM Renovations company. But the former home inspector, I feel like, I know a lot of people came to me to buy a house because of the fact that I was a home inspector and I did have a home inspector license. I don't see the need anymore. I just don't do home inspections. But to me, a contractor is much more able than a home inspector, because a home inspector, maybe 1% of the home inspectors have a contractor's license. So you just want to make sure that if you have a home inspector. But the beauty about me is when we do a walkthrough, we're going to go right behind the home inspector anyways. So I'm going to make sure that that home inspector, even after he did the home inspection, that you're safe and you're covered and we haven't missed anything. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second because we're going to talk about contracts. Not tonight. I don't want to forget about that. All right, here we go. Want to learn about the Villages, Florida? Join us at Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel. Questions and answers Monday nights at 6 p.m. like we're doing right here. And something brand new. Topic Tuesdays. I realize not everybody can join us at 1 p.m. on Topic Tuesdays. However, it will be recorded. So in my mind, I thought, I started out doing a video on bonds. I wanted to do a brand new video about the bonds in the villages. Excuse me, and I thought, why am I going to do a video just talking to you and everybody else in a video? Why not open it up to the public, to questions and answers on these individual topics rather than just making individual videos? So that's what I'm going to do. And so every Tuesday at 1 p.m. is going to be Topic Tuesday. And every Tuesday is going to have one topic. That's it. That's all we're going to talk about. Here, this is a free-for-all. We can talk about everything and anything. Topic Tuesdays, I want to kind of narrow the scope. If you are interested in what I have to say about bonds, join me this Tuesday. All right. If you click that link I just clicked on, okay, let me go back. This link right here, Homes Around the Villages Tuesday Live Topics. Click that link on my website. It'll take you to my calendar. Understanding bonds. So Understanding bonds in the villages, Homes Around the Villages Live, tomorrow, 1 to 2 p.m. Might not go all the way to 2. Who knows? But all you got to do is click this link right here. And that will take you right to Topic Tuesday at 1 p.m. Okay? So we've made it really easy for everybody. Because again, like I said, I just thought it'd be so much better to have an interactive session, live session, instead of just sitting in front of the camera and talking about a subject. So I'm going to take questions and field questions and give everything about the bonds, and then we're going to record it. We'll record the whole thing and put it on my YouTube. So if anybody misses Topic Tuesday, all you got to do is go right to the YouTube channel, and you can kick yourself in the butts because you wish you would have been there to be able to ask questions.
But you can still leave comments after the fact, and we'll respond to them.
Oh, you will? Oh, Christian says leave comments on that live video that we recorded, and he'll answer them for you.
In case you can't make it.
What are BBAs? Buyer-broker agreements. That's that brand new thing that the National Association of Realtors came out with. Stupidest thing I've ever heard of. We're going to talk about that. So that's the next 2 weeks, tomorrow and the week after. Now, March, here we are. Where is the Villages going? We're going to talk about where they're going. We're going to look at maps. And I'm going to show you some interesting things to think about. FAR contracts. Didn't I tell you we were going to talk about contracts? Those walkthroughs, by the way, that I was just getting ready to talk to you about. When the home inspector inspects your home, we'll do a walkthrough the day before you close to make sure everything is in working condition. Paragraph 11 of the contract. I can't tell you how many real estate agents out there do not know the contract or what they're talking about. So we're going to talk about FAR contracts and the fact that if something isn't working, the seller can't go back and say, oh, you did a home inspection, blah, 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 whatever. Contract states everything has to be in working condition even after our inspection period. So you don't want to miss that. Why you want to hire a buyer broker even if you're buying a home from the Villages. I had a guy 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago come up to me. Oh, and I sold him a home. And he tells me, hey, Ira, I think I might have said this last time. Man, I got ripped off for $50,000. And I said, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, well, I went to go buy a home from the Villages, a pre-owned home. And after I had the inspection, the place was garbage. It was trashed. I wanted my money back. And the Villages agent talked me into putting $50,000 down on this home, and they wouldn't give me my money back. I said, you got to be kidding me. He goes, no. I said, well, what happened? I lost my money. I said, you didn't buy that home? You lost $50,000? Yes. That's why you want a buyer's agent representing you, even if you're buying a home from the Villages. That was crazy. I'm going to try to get the guy to do a podcast with me. His name is Bob. I'm going to try to get Bob to do a podcast. I hope he will. Cost of living in the Villages, bonds, their history, what is this, and where they are now. Why is that on there again? We're doing bonds tomorrow.
I didn't know, you had that on your list as like way down there. I didn't know if that was a separate bonds idea that you wanted to do as well.
I don't know. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and put a, and if you have any suggestions about anything you'd like me to make a video on, call us, text us, email us. Blakely@imrealty.org, right? And BLAKELEIGH. That's how you spell Blakely. So, how do you like that? What do you think about them apples? That's pretty cool, huh? So yeah, that's something new, brand new that we're doing here. We can go right to my YouTube channel if you want to do that for the live streams. Some videos that we put on. If you're a seller in the Villages area, you want to know how much your home is worth, you want us to give you an idea of what your home is worth, there you go. Some social feeds, featured listings. We have really beefed up this web page for you guys, okay? So try to make it as user-friendly as possible. Now, don't go away yet. Boom, we've really beefed up our YouTube channel too. So up here in our header, Ask Me Anything live, Monday, 6 p.m. Hopefully we get a lot of people. And live Q&A on a new topic Tuesday that we just talked about at 1 p.m. So that's right up here on top of my YouTube channel here in this area here. I felt like I wasn't getting the point across about the value of using me as your buyer's agent, whether it's for the MLS or whether it's for the VLS. You really need an insurance policy. So I do charge for that. It's only 0.5% of whatever the sale of the property is. I think that's pretty cheap for what you get. Won't lose 50 grand, I can guarantee you that. All right, so we have tonight right here showing a lot about, learn about the Villages. So we've really beefed up and we've really perfected, I think, our YouTube channel and our website. I was trying to think about how to switch over here. Oops. I lost my way, Christian. All right, well, let's see. Let's go back to the chats. I think hopefully I didn't miss anybody or bore you to death with all of that. So, I think he said to make up the differences with a hill. No. Who would say, I don't know, man, DeSantis. I think he's trying to pull a Trump. Okay, let's move on. Got to catch up to where we were. All right. Our home sales slowing down. Must be buyer's market right now. So many homes for sale. So that needs to go on my calendar in place of that bond thing. Is the market slowdown? So absolutely, the market is slowing way down. And look, I can tell you, that everything starts with the Villages, it seems like. So here's active listings, right? 635 matches now, continuing to go up. So as inventory goes up, why is inventory going up? Because sales are slowing down. Why are sales slowing down? Well, think of this. About, I don't know, 5 years ago, where were interest rates? Interest rates were about 4.5%. Excuse me. They were as low as what, 2.5%, 3%? Back in 2013, 14, 12. So all those people that bought homes with that low interest rate of 2.5, 3.5, 4, 4.5, are not going to sell their home now and go buy a home for 7.5. So that's a big reason why things are slowing down, and interest rates, I hope, aren't going to go up, because really real estate is what makes this country go. It starts with real estate. And that's why they lowered interest rates down as low as they did back in the day when we had the big crash in 07, 08, 09, 010, 11, 012, 13. 12 it flattened out. 13 it stayed flat. 14, after 8 years, it finally started to go up. So I don't see a lot of people selling right now. And so there's a glut. Look, here's another thing. And the villages is just as bad. I do not see new home sales slowing down. And I'm just blown away. Every time I turn around, I see a new neighborhood by Ryan Homes or Lennar Homes or Adams Homes, or I'm like, what? They must be giving these things away, because they're glutting the market. And but I certainly don't see new home sales slowing down. Now, it has to hit bottom here somewhere, right? But in the meantime, and that's why I started IM Renovations, is because people are renovating their homes instead of buying a new home. And I see that a lot more. But also, I see a lot of people putting a lot of money down rather than the 20% and then finance 80. I see a lot of people putting a whole bunch of money down. It's almost reverse. They put about 75% down. All right, so pending. So I didn't see y'all last week. So in the past 14 days, past 2 weeks, 86 matches. So 86 homes in 2 weeks sold. So it's not like it's dead. How about sold homes in the past? These are homes that closed. They've already had a contract on them. They closed in the past 2 weeks. 62. So this is how we kind of are weighing what's going on in the market, because if 62 homes closed in the past 2 weeks, but 85 homes went pending, that to me is saying sales must be going up. Now, think of it this way. If you're hearing about interest rates possibly going up, Well, that might be a good thing because people might get off the fence and say, "Oop, I better buy now because if interest rates are going to go up, I need to buy now. I'll just put a bunch of money down." So let's talk about, again, the last 2 weeks of sales. And let's get an idea. 25 per page. We're going to go at 100 per page. How's that? Okay, this is what I always like to talk about. All right, so this is where these are all homes in the villages, only in the villages, okay? So cumulative days on the market, actual days on the market. When you have a different discrepancy or whatever, don't even ask me how it's negative 34. Oh. So this is a closing date. So this home here was on the market 0 days. This was on 1 day. But look, I'd say 4 years ago, you never saw triple digits. Never saw triple digits, right? And it was all single digits about 4 years ago. Now you don't see that too much. But look, cash, 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 cash. Look at all the cash. All the cash closings versus conventional mortgages, right? This guy bought $1.5 million home with a conventional mortgage. Probably put half down, 750 grand, and then finance the other 750. Who knows? But that's kind of what we're looking at. When we're looking at all these closings here. And then what we want to do too is sale price to listing price, okay? That's an interesting fact. This is 94%, a $280,000 home all the way over there. 94%, 95. Here, this one sold for 100 in 31 days. 100%, 97, 100%, 100%. So look, people aren't really stealing homes. However, I'm just going to go take a random home. Let's go over here to this 319 just for the heck of it. All right. So this was on the market 22 days, 319 for an 1,864 square foot home. $171 listing price per square foot. Well, they put that thing on the market to sell for sure. And that was the actual original price, $319. That's incredible. So this thing was already, so what I'm trying to tell you is the homes, look at that, granite, whoa. 319. You know, a few years ago, you couldn't even buy a patio villa for 319. So that's what's happening. If homes just are not selling at market price today, I can do a market analysis and go back 60, 90 days, which is what I usually do. And but the homes that are just listed at, you know, dirt cheap, just out of curiosity, listed for $319, right? Let's click over here. Let's see what these people paid for this home. I'm just curious. They sold it at $319. Let's see what they paid for it. Okay, so we'll go down here. This is a realtor program called Realist. I don't think y'all can get this. All right, 1,864 square feet living area. Estimated value is 327.9. So they actually almost listed it below $10,000 below value. Okay, so here, listed it in January, sold it for $319. So this home these people bought in 2011 for $204. So when you're buying a home for $204, yeah, you can afford to sell it at $319, right? So they held on to it for 13 years, and after 13, oh no, the list price was $204. They bought it for $195, right? It was $195. So they're the last one, and then they sold it for $319. But yeah, sold it for $319. It's a 1999, right? So, you know, they could afford to. So one little pro tip I'm going to tell everybody, and I try to tell all my listing people in this market. We want to get ahead of the market. We don't want to be at market value. Homes aren't selling at market value. And we don't want to chase the market down either, okay? We want to be able to, where are we here? We want to be able to get out in front of the market, because if you start chasing the market down, you're never going to catch it. So if you go down 5,000 and then 30, 60 days later, another 5,000, that never works either. So that's what these people did. They went right out in front. They listed $10,000 below what the real list value was, and got it sold. They did the right thing. So good for them. And that's what you have to do in today's market. So don't mess around. If you guys have a home on the market, or you're going to put a home on the market, don't mess around. Just go ahead and price it accordingly. Get rid of it. Because there's something called, what I call, a transfer of equity. What does that mean? I've had people tell me, I'm going to wait until, you know, the market value of my home is way down. I'm going to wait till the value of my home goes back up. Well, guess what? What's going to happen to this home that you want to buy? So you might be down here. This home value's down here. You wait, you're going to pay more. Doesn't make sense. Transfer of equity. Whatever market you're in, there is no reason to wait if you're waiting to sell your home. Yes, you'll have to sell it below market value, but you're buying homes below market value. So you're never going to win, especially here in the villages. If you're looking to buy in the villages, those prices are always going up. Anyways, don't wait. Doesn't make sense. I've been doing this 25 years. I've seen all kind of markets. You have your transfer of equity, whether you sell up here and buy up here, or sell down here and buy down here. I preached that for those 8 years that we talked about. 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, the market finally started coming back up. What a terrible market. That was rough. We don't need this happening again. And honestly, I don't think it's Trump is a real estate guy. I don't really see that happening. Jerome Powell, he might try to screw with us a little bit with those interest rates, but I think he'll find himself out of a job if he does. So anyways, that's my take on it. Don't time the market either. If you sit there and mess around and try to time it and you go, oh, I see inventory going down, I see prices going up, it's time to put my home on the market. Well, now you're waiting around to sell your home, waiting to get a contract. Prices are starting to go back up over here. Now you sold your home here, prices are still going, right? You don't want to mess around and do that either. So don't try to time the market. It's never a good bet to do something like that. So that's all I got to say, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let me go back over here to my chats. Our home sales slowing down. See, Tammy, that was all your fault. See, you got me on a tangent there. How much on an average are the CDD costs? Exclude historic area. The historic district doesn't have a CDD. So they're not under the community development district. That's a weird situation over there. We don't even have time to talk about that, but there are no bonds, there are no maintenance fees, which is what pays for the community development district. There's a Lady Lake tax and there's a Lake County tax and an amenity fee for the recreation centers, and that's it. So, how much on an average are the CDD costs? That's a hard one, Rich, because it depends on where you're talking about in the villages. Because let's say everybody, so many people I talk to say, I want to be between the sixes. 466, 466A. If you're going to buy a home between the sixes, which is where Lake Sumter Landing is, you're looking at probably about an $8,000 to $9,000 bond if there is one. And you're going to have to watch the, tomorrow we're going through the bonds. We're going to kind of march on through the whole villages, and you're going to see where different areas are with different bonds. But $8,000 to $9,000, probably looking at about $1,200 on your taxes. Now, maintenance fees. Maintenance fees are higher, much higher in the newer areas. What are maintenance fees? CDD fees. Maintenance fees are common area costs to keep up the common areas. So if you're in a more established area, then there's not as much maintenance needed as if you're in a brand new area. Plus the villages, I mean, with all the construction and everything going on, they're constantly cleaning up after the contractors. They're constantly having to add extra water to maintain and get that landscaping up and running. They're constantly having to replace the annuals and stuff like that. They want to keep that place super nice because they're trying to sell in that area. Because quite honestly, they're probably making $75,000 to $100,000 a home that they sell instead of 3% of a $500,000 home, let's say, on an average. 3% is $15,000. So do you really think the villages wants to make $15,000 or do they want to make $75,000 to $100,000? You're right. They want to make $75,000 to $100,000 and they're going to do everything in their power. They put anybody who stays on a lifestyle preview plan down there to try to sell them that new home. I think I told you guys the other day or a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, some guy calls me up and he goes, "Hey, Ira, I've seen your videos and I know you're a contractor. I know you're a home inspector. I wanted to get your opinion on something." I said, "Sure, what is it?" "So I'm building a new home through the Villages." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. I can't sell you a new home and I can't represent you when you're building a home." "Well, I can represent you even in the design department, right? For that 0.5%, I'll do that." But he didn't call me. He probably didn't know. Anyways, you all know, I will be your buyer's agent for a Villages property for 0.5% of whatever the price of the home is, to represent you as a buyer's agent, because none of them are buyer's agents over there. Not the first one. They're all either seller's agents or transaction agents. None of them are buyer's agents. I'll have to explain that. We'll have to add that to the calendar too. The Villages agents being seller's agents and transaction agents. People need to know. Anyways, he's saying, "Hey, they're underpinning." They called me up and said they had to underpin my home. What's that mean? I said, "They're what?" They called me up and said they had to underpin my home and they're going to give me an engineer's report when I close on my home. I'm like, man, when you underpin a home, that's when you have a sinkhole. So did your home have a sinkhole? Because whenever you underpin a home and you get an engineer's report, here's the scary part about that during construction. Because you can always look up in the building department and look under permitting, because anytime there's a sinkhole company has to apply for a permit to come in and underpin that home. So it's documented. There's paperwork. This is, excuse me, this is probably nowhere to be found in the building department, in the permit department, because they did this at construction. They probably had one of their own engineers come along and say, "Yeah, do this and do that," but do you really think they pulled a permit? They might have. I kind of doubt it. But if you don't, now you have this home. Now, when you go to sell that home, you have to fill out a seller's disclosure. In the seller's disclosure, it says, "Hey, has your home ever had a sinkhole or a home adjacent to your home?" That's exactly what it says in the seller's disclosure. What are you going to say? No? Well, if you say no, and they find out about it, and they find out about the underpinning, they might sue you. If you say yes, you might have a very hard time selling that home, because the buyer is going to have a hard time getting homeowners insurance on a home that's been underpinned because it had a sinkhole. There's got to be settlement issues with that home if they underpin it, because they inject concrete underneath the slab to support that slab when they underpin a home. So there's foundation issues. So I don't know what that guy did. I haven't heard from him since, and I'm not really sure what he did about it, but I know I'd be real skeptical about it. I'm not making this up. and I'm sure it's documented somewhere. So, the new builds by me and selling as fast as they build them, it's crazy. 3 of my neighbors bought homes and lived in different villages, wanted to be close to Eastport. That is crazy. You know why? Because, look, 90% of people who move here, they might want to be close to the new square or a square. And after about 6 months, they're not going to that square anymore anyways. It's like Disney World. I know Disney World's an hour away from here. Disney World's a cool place. They have downtown Disney, Disney Springs. I haven't been there in years. Why? Because I know it's there. I know it's fun. I know they got great restaurants. They have entertainment. But I never go. It's kind of the same way with people when they move to the villages. You're going to pay a $52,000 bond, which equates to about anywhere from $3,600 to $3,800 a year more. And in the beginning, it's all interest on your taxes. That sucker, we're going to go into that tomorrow. So if anybody's interested, join us at 1 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to talk about bonds. And if you can't make it, check out the video that we post afterwards. So I think you'll learn a whole lot. But really, all that money just to be close to Eastport. If you're close to Eastport, you're close to that high school. And that's kind of a nightmare in itself, living right there on top of that high school. Anyways, that's just my personal opinion. Y'all do what you want. I moved from Fort Lauderdale to get the hell away from all the traffic in Fort Lauderdale and the crowds and the waiting. And so, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, Tammy. Is there a better time of the year to buy in the villages on top of the world or other 55-plus communities? So I would say, Leon, the summertime is when most people come down to buy. Why do you say the summertime? Because what happens? Not many people are selling homes up north in that freezing cold snow, ice, and whatever y'all got up there. Not a lot of people are putting their homes on the market. They wait to the spring, right? Well, if you wait to the spring, you're not going to get your home sold very easily. Why? Because most of the people who buy a retiree's home are going to be families. Families aren't moving in the springtime because their kids are just getting ready to get out of school. So they're not going to yank their kids out of school at the end of the year because they moved. They're going to wait. So now, once the school year is just about over, families now are looking to jockey around and find a new home and move in the summertime and get all moved and get into a new school district and all that. Buying that retiree's home, and then that retiree comes down here in the summertime and he's buying. So I wouldn't say that's the better time of the year because now is the best time of the year when sales are slow. When people are dropping the prices of their homes because nothing's selling up north, I showed you though that there are sales. It's not like there aren't any sales. There were 85 contracts in the last 2 weeks. But you wait till the summertime, that's when the mad rush comes down here. I would suggest you don't do that. And then there's another season. The season for seasonal homes, patio villas, small cottage homes, starts around October, builds up, and people, October, November, and December, people are buying their seasonal home so they can come down here in the wintertime and stay in their seasonal home. So October, November, December, if you're coming, even January, if you're coming to buy a seasonal home, everybody's down here buying a seasonal home, okay? So I wouldn't buy a seasonal home at that time. I might buy it in the summertime or spring. So there you go. You know, there's your different times when not to buy. Don't buy a seasonal home in the season, October, November, December, and January. Buy it outside of that. Don't buy your big primary home, you know, like June, July, August, September, because that's when people have sold their homes up north and are coming down here to buy. Buy your big primary, big seasonal home right now. February would be a great time because prices are going to be down, prices are going to be low. So there you go. I don't want to be stuck paying a $50,000. Let me tell you something. It's past 50. Seems like the price of homes in the villages is still outrageously high, and it is. You go to On Top of the World, Del Webb, Stone Creek, or any of these other 55 plus communities, you're going to be like, why? Why is this home only $600,000 when it's $900,000 in the villages? Because it's the villages. Just between me and you and the fence post, the bigger this place gets, the less attractive it seems to be getting to people. There's a lot of, if you go on the Villages News Network, you're going to get some good, honest opinions, editorials, and they're going to tell you, they don't like the people who have been here a long time. Now, you know, the funny thing about it is, people like me who've been here for 25 years have seen a lot, have seen a huge growth. When I started here, I started selling behind the Savannah Center. There was nothing up in Marion County, nothing down Buena Vista Boulevard, certainly nothing south of 466. So I've seen a tremendous amount of growth, and I have seen the way the villages used to be, as do a lot of people, and those are the disgruntled people you'll see in the Villages News doing editorials. Brand new people come down here, they don't know any better, right? They just like, you know, it is what it is, and they're buying, and that's why the Villages continues to be successful, because out with the old and in with the new, right? They don't know any better. So, but there is a huge difference. Here's what I'm gonna do, all right? So just for the heck of it, we're going to, I'm gonna say, I want golf course, where am I? Interior lot features on the golf course. On golf course. So there's 26 matches out of 635 homes. Wow, that's pretty incredible, actually. I'm kind of amazed that only 26 homes. That can't be. That can't be. Let's see. 635 matches, and in the MLS, there are only 26 homes on the golf course. Out of those 26 homes, so y'all thought I was kidding, but 900, well, here's 850. Let's just say here's an $800,000 home, right? 800,000. This thing doesn't even have a golf cart garage. On the golf course, nothing special, 800 grand, built in 2011. Yeah, it's 251 days on the market, I'm not surprised. 2,000 square feet, all right? So, here we go. We're gonna do another quick, and we're gonna go to Candler Hills. Candler Hills is the premier home area, the bigger home area in on top of the world. All right, you have to search Candler Hills. Now, do I still have golf course? On the golf course. Okay, how many are on the golf course? All right, we only have 6 here and on top of the world, but hey, when you have 175,000 homes, there's about 175,000 homes here now in the villages versus 10,000. Look at this. 3,300 square feet for 700,000. So let me look at this. Look at this home. A 3-car garage, right? Brick pavers, on the golf course. Let's check out the view. So this is a tremendous, look at the landscaping on this home. On the golf course, for $700,000, like I said, 3,371 square feet living area with a 3-car garage. I mean, look, this home is fantastic. This home, wait a minute. Where am I here? This home here for 700, it's a 2019, by the way. I'm gonna tell you, let's go back. This $700,000 home is probably over $1 million in the villages. Let's watch this. Now, I don't mean to, to ditch the villages. The villages is for some people, but not for all. So here we are back at our 26 matches. Let's go to our results. And, well, we don't have anything in the 3,300 range. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, well, there's one more. Let's see what that one more looks like. Pow, 2,800, $2 million. $2 million for this home with the 3rd-car garage. 2 million bucks on the golf course. Has a pool Pools are about 100 grand these days, by the way. So, you know, this is something comparable to that. Still not 3,300 square feet living area, $2 million. Let's go back $1 million. Here's one, brick pavers, golf cart garage, not a third car garage, but a golf cart garage, beautiful landscaping, $1.2 million. Has a pool, has a summer kitchen. So let's say there is $150,000, because I don't think that other home had a pool or a summer kitchen. So if you had 150 grand, that was 850. This one's $1.2 million. And they barely got that pool in here in the setbacks. A little cramped, actually. Anyways, $1.2 million, guys, versus and it's 2,500 square feet, so 800 square feet less than what that other one was, and we go back to this other one. Just kind of curious. Did it have a pool? Probably not. No. No pool. Couldn't even put a pool on it. The lot's not big enough. So there you go. There's the difference. There's a pool. Anyways, yes, according to what we got here. So it seems like the price of homes in the villages is still outrageously high. According to CBC, there's a large increase in Canadian snowbirds selling their Florida homes. The village is not specifically mentioned, but that may be a small factor. Maybe. Walmart is going up on 44 along Hooters. Woohoo! Would like to know where you can golf, play pickleball, swimming pools, rec centers there that you can go to. Well, Kevin, like I said, you can do all that on top of the world, but at the end of the day, on top of the world is not the villages. So I think you left out, Kevin, buy golf cart, right? I'd like to know where you can golf, play pickleball, swimming pools, rec centers there, then you can go to. It is what it is. I'm just the bearer of news. So, it is what it is. I mean, Kevin, hate to tell you, buddy, but that's right, to each their own. And I'm not dissing anybody who lives in the villages, and the villages is not for everybody, but the villages obviously for a lot of people, like Kevin Jacks, and Jace Gallagher, and many, many others, Tammy, and Bill, and, you know, so many people live here in the villages. I'm not sitting here telling you one is better than the other. What I am doing is I'm telling you exactly what somebody asked me. You can buy a home, much less, same amenities, and on top of the world. You can go golf. Yeah, they got 3 golf courses, not 100 like they got here. But again, they've got 10,000 acres and not, or 10,000 homes and not 175,000 homes. And that's what people fail to realize. A lot of people fail to realize you need all those golf courses, all those rec centers, all those swimming pools to accommodate all the people in the villages. So it is what it is, right? So either you want a huge place like the villages with all the action and hustle and bustle. Look, Kevin Jacks, you can't even talk because you're down there at that square almost every night, watching all those bands down there, playing pickleball every single day. So you're enjoying, you're loving life here, right here in the villages. And this is where my office is in the villages. But if you ask me for a comparison, I'm going to give you a comparison. It is what it is. Pick and choose. All right. It's 7:45, you guys. Tomorrow, 1 p.m., Topic Tuesday, brand new. You notice we're not on Wednesday, because we wouldn't do that to Skip Smith. Mr. Smith and his wild, wacky Wednesday porch setting. So we wouldn't do that to Mr. Smith at all. So we decided to go. Actually, I'm copying, not copying, but, you know, hey. If Skip can do it, porch sitting at noon on Wednesdays, I can do Topic Tuesday on Tuesdays.
At 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Don't forget how to get there. Go to my website, go on down, click the link. And when you see your little calendar, I better do it for you guys again real quick.
Also, if you hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel, you'll be notified when we go live.
All right, that's good. Okay, HATV, Tuesday Live Topics. Click this little link right here on my website. Click the day of the week it is. Tomorrow's the 18th. Understanding Bonds in the Villages. Homes Around the Villages Live. Click this link right here. Should I click it?
Yeah, it'll just take them to the live stream.
Should I click it?
It won't mess you up, so you can just show them what it looks like.
You can hit this and it says copy to my calendar. Does that copy to their calendar?
Yeah, they can add it to their calendar as well, so they'd be up to date.
There you go. So, or can they go to my YouTube channel?
Yep, if they go to the live stream section, it will show up as well.
So that's down here where it says live? Is that the live stream section?
Yep.
So you click live in this little menu up here, and there it is. The Villages Bonds, upcoming. You click on this little link right here, and you are in. So, you can see me through my YouTube or through my webpage. Okay? All right, y'all. So for right now, I think the consensus is
Every week.
we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. See you tomorrow, hopefully. And Pat, say, wish Jana, a good, healthy recovery for me. Love all you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. We'll see you tomorrow or next week on the 24th. And actually, you should put that on my calendar. All my Monday night lives.
Okay.
All right? All right, y'all. You have a good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening. I had a blast. I hope you did too. Hope you learned a lot.